God bless you.
Sir Robard sent me to you.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls. I'll never...
Well, I'd like to help you, but how?
Actually, Conrad Keyser came to Sasso recently.
Conrad?
He's a scholar who studied medicine. He even took...
He was with...
It's not so straightforward. Quite.
You're...
Are you serious? If we will...
All right.
Vamos a ayudar.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will... See you later.
Cohetero.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Tenemos hambre, espérate. Listo. El problema es que también vamos a tener sueño. Ey.
Halt!
Quiet, for God's sake.
Silence! For God's sake.
Assassination?
You told me to my face you were here purely for business. That Master... And then I catch you sneak...
Keyser?
Well, yes.
It's all a terrible mistake. I've a long-standing... And I've come to realise how he's been cheating me repeatedly. So I wanted my money back, that's all.
I don't believe a...
Well... Sorry, but I'm telling the truth. But if it will help you sleep, I'll stop creeping around here. God be with you.
Ese man... Está lleno de ganzúas, weón.
Well? I did.
And?
You needn't fear. I kept a few folk passed by, but...
And what about Pekar?
None. He's just doing some trade with the...
Well, if you...
Come to Talmberg.
Yes. Thank you, Henry. I'm in your...
Por fin, mano. Nos marchamos de acá. Vámonos con el caballito. Y ahorita sí. Eso por acá. Y nos vamos.
A well-chosen site. You want to strike the gate, do you?
True. We don't want to do more damage than necessary.
I quite understand. Sir Toth is holed up there, is he?
Just so, Master Conrad. I hear you have some accounts to settle with him.
Ah, not entirely. I've done with him. Sigismund trusted him more than me in his campaign against the Ottomans, and we all know how that ended up.
How did it end up?
Badly, my lord. The flower of French knighthood was slain. Sigismund fled for his life. And I did too, I must confess.
Be assured we shall not make the same mistake here. We do not intend to starve them into submission, but to break down the gate.
I am at your service, my lords. We will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days. And I can supply, for example, Roquetta to sweep the foe from the battlements.
Roquetta? I do not believe I've heard of such a term.
Roquetta are missiles filled with black powder with a touch hole at the bottom to ignite it. They shoot forward, something like a hand cannon, but without rocks. The rocket is the missile.
I see. But we don't have black powder in these parts. Nor cannon.
Indeed. It should have occurred to me. But I am very fond of Roquetta, and I always think what Alexander the Great might have accomplished with them. I understand. We find ourselves in a conventional situation that demands a conventional solution.
I'm still hoping that Toth will see sense and parley with us.
He may well do so, especially when we set up the trebuchet on his doorstep.
¿Será que nos mandarán a por recursos para el arma? Esperamos que no. Estoy cansado de hacer tantos favores.
Greetings.
I came to an...
He's already here. You wouldn't believe how clever that I guarantee.
Glad I could be of service.
I'm truly grateful to you. And the men will be
Hey.
work. You've certainly saved many lives. I probably shouldn't, but...
Thank you.
Fucker!
Gone weak at the knees, willingly for the slaughter.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Fucker!
Pero lo mató, ¿no?
Hey, all of you! Gather here! Raise the alarm!
Vení. Pero y entonces... Ah, no, está inconsciente. Qué susto.
Hey, all of you! Gather here! Raise the alarm!
Eso fue muy gracioso.
Raise the alarm! Watch out! Hey, all of you!
No me esperaba eso, weón.
Are you alright? But...
It was Pekar! And you let him go! Keep out of my sight! You hear? I'm a...
Ese man cómo llegó acá, güey. Espera que se finalice el trauquete. Pa ir a la prueba. Asamos, ¿no? Sí. Gente, la prueba del arma de asedio. Trauquetes que llaman. Uy, con buena musiquita también.
Now, let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
Locura, güey.
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I love the range in...
Bueno, por algo le llamaron prueba, ¿no?
Move. Move. Damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish. Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water.
Ay, ¿quién se acerca, weón? ¿Los de Segismundo?
Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him.
Brother, un problema tras otro. Oh, no te creo.
Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on
Vamos a
us.
usar eso a favor, ¿no? Me imagino.
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear,
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
he's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be?
Sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in town.
It might just work, but we'll have to leave someone in the...
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
Eso nada.
I'll give the orders to my...
We will be ready.
My part in the battle, sir.
Dead,
I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded. Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good but many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their
Ok,
respect.
nosotros al frente entonces.
I mean you, Henry.
But that is... I want to be in the van.
Now hear me well. There are whole cemeteries full of heroes who rushed into danger. Not to mention that in the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed.
But sir, I think I...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm saying. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quick if the line should start to break. That's what I like to hear.
Bueno, me gusta el
When you're
plan.
ready, go and join the Skalitz. They'll be mustering in the wood.
So, gente, preparémonos.
Easy, man. At them! Charge! Grind those horses into the dirt!
Acordémonos que hacemos más daño con la arma. Vamos. puedo pasar, no puedo pasar, no puedo pasar. Bien. Excelente, mi people. Defender el vado. Acá está Sir Divich. ¿Sobrevivieron todos?
Here's their leader.
Ah, el líder.
What? Boy, you should show a little more respect, Divish, before Istvan. Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Qué complicado, brother. Frío, acero, sangre caliente. Qué horrible, dices, ¿por qué no ayudan, eh? Hay un inconsciente, ¿no? Allá está muerto. Es que no alcanzo ni a hacerle una habilidad del daño que le hace. Lo bueno es que con eso perdieron gente.
Well,
The damage isn't too serious.
so we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robar. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
So, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostage? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Uy. Uy, rey, ¿qué es este bug? El casco. ¿Me bugó el casco o qué? No sé qué pasó, mano. Uy, qué random, brother.
Start talking. Greetings. What business have you?
I won't be. Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Fuck you. You need to change your tone. If you start being nice...
Bueno, le ganamos en todo menos en el carisma. ¿Quién es Todd?
Who is this Tom?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks.
Eso no lo podemos hacer. ¿Qué
What does he
pretendéis?
ask? Are you really that clueless?
¿Cuántos hombres tiene el
How many
castillo?
men did...
There were nearly 70 of us, but there's probably not even half left.
Eso no lo puedo...
How did you...
What's that got to do with anything?
Who does he take his order?
Are you stupid? Who were?
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the camp.
Do you really think he'd give...
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. I won't waste any...
I don't need to save myself.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like...
You don't know anything. He'll come to...
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about...
You never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems you're a pro... Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him.
Bien. Oye, que nos pagan bastante por todo eso, ¿no?
Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Unirse a la reunión de la tienda.
Sir Istvan! What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little. But we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're
Siempre
unharmed, as
tiene
you can see.
comedia. Cualquier
Don't try any
situación.
tricks or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Al menos tenemos un poquito de ventaja también.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the
Eso lo otro,
countryside.
pana.
Toth won't
que nos
agree to
pueden
an
atacar desde
exchange,
cualquier otro
and
lado
even if he
también.
did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir,
Mesa,
a message has
mensaje.
arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund,
Okay.
and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies?
I'm afraid you're right, Hamish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Bueno, hay que ver ese man de Jobs, un potente aliado o no. Un juramento es un juramento. Habla con Sir Divish una vez listo. Listo, gente.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg,
Just so. That is...
all right. When
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? You won't have another chance until we've won the day.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the...
How are we going to attack?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a down...
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down.
And what's the plan for attacking the west?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire. So we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers, once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take...
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help.
And the inner...
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into... The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop. We'll have to either fight our way through.
What about the living...
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know...
I think I've heard everything I need.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the...
I'll help with the attack on the wall.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup, and as God is my witness, we...
Solo escogió Henry, no escogimos
Just
nada.
one last thing, though. No matter how... Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comp... We have to take the castle gradually.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Se viene cine. Pero cine de los buenos. Este es cine en el que no se puede colocar más de 10 porque no se permite. Uy, qué buena puntería, weón. Se le pegaron donde era, ¿oyó? Atacad. Objetivo iniciado. Qué locura, man. Que nadie más está usando las escaleras, no me jodas. Bueno, si me protejo hasta de pronto hago algo. Hombre, ese arquerito está de aburridora. Ush, cantidad de gente, brother. Esa mirada comienza el chipeo. ¿Cuál mirada, rey? ¿Cuál mirada? Pero epa, conseguimos llegar a esa parte del castillo.
Sir.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hannah.
Ahí, parce, el único tema o dilema que veo es que él tiene dos rehenes. En algunos juegos ha pasado que cuando hay dos rehenes, solo se puede salvar a uno. No sé si acá será igual.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company.
Aunque a Hans no lo hizo, ¿no?
Freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all
bueno, mentira, ahí está Hans.
all bound by
Terrible.
honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom.
Dale, Rodrigo, dale.
What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing.
Honor.
Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Había más gente ahí ahí dentro, ¿no? Creo que había visto mínimo otro más.
Bring the horses. Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind.
Que era vuestro amigo. ¿En qué momento dijo eso ese man? Solo dijo que estaban heridos y ya, pana.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for getting you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
battlements. We have to see which way they go. Oh, they really are heading for Scalets. Mount up, Henry. You've heard what he'll do if we follow them. We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Ok. O sea, Hans nos va a acompañar. Ah, sí, sí viene gente. Nos acompañan, básicamente.
There's no sign of them. Move on. Glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
All right, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
O sea, que nos vamos a quedar hablando en vez de ir a acompañar a Hans, pues.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
Uf.
You
pegó
know
donde era.
how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing. Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg, but it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there it was so near, yet so far. Oh well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Scalets, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. It is better not to dwell too much on that, at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little... My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
Oh.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's
Jobst.
cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Y se acabó este evento, gente. Que básicamente quedó... Ah, no. Sí, no completamos nada de la misión principal. La primera que salió era básicamente recuperar la espada y encargarnos de pues del que arrasó de Scalish ni el que tenía la espada. Oh. Increíble, mano. A los objetivos principales, el principal, nada. Pero bueno, lo importante es que salvamos a Razik, salvamos a Estefania, y recuperamos pues el castillo de...
You're doing well, son. Father, come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch.
Tan malos subtítulos, no. Pero no van acorde.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now. You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows.
Mi madre también está ahí. Va, qué bello, mano. Al último reencuentro.
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right, I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here, or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Bueno, lástima que los subtítulos estén bien trambólicos, pero bueno, gente. Esta es una zona privada, es nuestra zona. Un juramento es un juramento. Ok, hemos pasado esto, falta la última. Ir al castillo mayor durante el día para reunirse con el Mahangred Jobs.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume
that we didn't catch him? No, because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
The question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him, and would govern while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
Do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergolf is on your side? Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like scarlets? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Bergov at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Bergov would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments, and what the League of Lords is planning. And we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on this.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Listo.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name.
Habla con vuestro padre.
So, it looks like you're off.
Yes.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along...
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but you'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What?
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is
Castillo
at Trotsky
Trotsky.
Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back.
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Proc, but instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot...
¿Quién es Jobs?
Who is he really, this
Entonces, rey, bien ok.
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him. But he...
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little.
Well, there's no straightforward... But he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. But
who is this Prokop that Jobst spoke of?
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He
Ya
and
terminaste
Jobst
tu
warred over
infografía,
Moravian supremacy
para
for
rey.
years. Then,
¿De
they
qué
were
era fue que me
allies for a
dice?
while,
Del clima, ¿no?
betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head...
Bueno, puede ser, sí. Que nos lanzó una mirada rara. Sí, puede ser.
The lords of the powerful
Cuando íbamos subiendo antes de subir la escalera.
Heinrich of Radetz and others.
Que me imagino que esa es la que te referías.
Influence declined after Wenceslas surrounded himself with the lesser orders of They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it, but now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way. So they...
Apenas sé nada de Sigismundo.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslas. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him, and now this is how Sigismund repays it.
Rupert del Palatinado.
Rupert of the Palatinate? That's a name I hadn't...
Rupert is the prince...
What's a prince...
The prince-electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect some of the nobility...
Yo espero que Henry se acuerde de toda esta información porque yo en este momento estoy en blanco.
Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, switched allegiance.
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein. Why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family with estates in Austria and Moravia. So, since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
Dale, rey, pues. Si no tienes problema con compartirla, dale.
That's about all.
Como quiera.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son.
Good luck. Bueno, good luck, son. Bueno, tomar la carta. Tengo vergüenza. Dale, rey, como quiera. La verdad no hay problema si la juntas, si no la juntas tampoco hay problema.
No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back.
Nos dio un spoiler que
be back and we can discuss how to.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one
O
thing
me
that
vas a
gives
decir
me
vos
no
un
rest.
spoiler.
Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind
Está
of
un
revolt, he
97% de
reacted as he
terminar
would
el
at
juego.
home. Only what works on
Solo
the
te falta el
Hungarian nobles does
3%.
not work here in Bohemia.
Y ya estamos en el epílogo.
Bringing order
Ya ahorita pues nos
is
salieron
one
los
thing,
créditos y eso.
Slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians, quite another. What purpose does that
Pues sí, me
serve?
imagino que
Sigismund
haremos algo
did give the
aquí y ya
Bohemian nobles a
terminaríamos.
chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the
Baja
Cubans.
si no hiciste el
What
collar.
he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
El collar que la misión de Hans, de recuperar un collar para dárselo a una chica.
Raided
Eso.
Gutenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
It's
Then we
done.
can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the
Sí,
answer.
esa misión ya la hicimos.
Don't
Creo
provoke
que
Berloff
nos salió
in
mal,
any way.
Provoke?
pero la hicimos, sí.
Never, uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Id con Dios. ¿Odias a Hans? Dice, enhorabuena, has completado la historia principal. Si quieres, puedes llevar a cabo las misiones secundarias y actividades, o simplemente viajar por el mundo. Puedes finalizar el juego en cualquier momento si montas fuera del mapa con el pelotón de Sir Hans Capón. Ok. Hablar con él.
God bless you. What trouble? Are you wishing you'd stayed home at Rattay instead of joining in our nighttime?
You must be joking.
Really? Despite being wounded? Actually, you missed the best part.
It can't have been that much fun if I fell asleep. But you might have...
Oh, all right then.
What would you do without me?
Anything for you, my lord.
Como que goodbye, brother. Dejamos todo atrás. ¿Tenemos que volver a hablar o qué?
How about it, Henry?
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quite.
El fin. Completa la historia principal.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Cham,
Instead of saving his
cham,
drunken
cham.
majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I've a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna
Y no hay que esperar mucho, gente. El fin de una buena historia, una grandiosa historia, la verdad. Y hasta aquí, chicos y chicas, hemos llegado al final de esta primera entrega sobre Henry. Cham. Pulsa para continuar. Y hasta aquí, gente, hemos llegado.